Alright, let's cut to the chase. You're overwhelmed. Every single day, you're bombarded with notifications, TikToks, Instagram reels, endless music playlists, podcasts, and a dozen shows you should be watching. It's exhausting. You feel drained, anxious, constantly distracted, and you don't even know why you can't get anything meaningful done. Sound familiar? Here's the brutal truth. All that content you're consuming isn't just stealing your time, it's rewiring your brain to crave constant stimulation. And when that happens, you lose the ability to tackle anything difficult or long term. If you don't get this under control, you're going to stay stuck in this endless cycle of distraction, always busy but never actually productive. Worse yet, you lose the ability to focus on the things that truly matter, your goals, your passions, and even your mental clarity. But the good news is there's a way to turn this around. In this video, I'm going to show you how to escape this dopamine trap, break free from the non-stop comparisons on social media, and regain control of your focus and creativity. It's not going to be easy, and yes, it will be uncomfortable at first, but trust me, by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to take back your time, your energy, and start actually making progress toward the things that matter the most. To truly understand how information overload drains our energy and distracts us, we first need to dive deep into the science behind it. Every time you scroll through social media, binge watch a series, or even listen to music, we're feeding ourselves instant gratification, easy, accessible doses of dopamine. This constant stimulation raises our baseline dopamine levels, leading us to crave more quick hits of pleasure. As a result, when faced with challenging tasks that don't provide immediate rewards, we often lose interest and abandon them. This diminishing resilience makes it hard to tackle anything that requires effort, leaving us feeling unmotivated and directionless. However, when we consciously lower our baseline dopamine levels, something remarkable happens. We begin to rediscover our capacity to take on those harder tasks that ultimately lead to greater fulfillment and meaning in life. With reduced distractions, we can focus on what truly matters, setting and progressing toward real goals that resonate with us. One effective way to decrease those baseline dopamine levels is to spend 15 to 30 minutes simply sitting with your thoughts. At first, it might feel uncomfortable or even boring, but trust me, you'll adapt to it quickly. This intentional pause not only helps reset your brain, but also opens up space for deeper reflection and clarity. Over time, you'll find that you're not only more willing to take on challenges, but you'll also experience a greater sense of happiness and purpose as you progress towards the goal that truly matter. We often don't realize it, but heavy social media consumption does more than just eat up our time. It's quietly affecting us on a much deeper psychological level. And there's one specific way it messes with our minds that's easy to overlook, but it's incredibly important to understand. When we scroll through social media, most of the people we follow are those we see as our peers. At first, it feels harmless, just a way to stay connected, right? But almost instantly, our subconscious starts comparing. Whether it's their success, appearance, or lifestyle, our brain instinctively begins measuring ourselves against them. This comparison isn't always obvious. It sneaks in, and before we know, our ego is involved. We start feeling like we're not doing enough, that we're falling behind, or that we're somehow not good enough. Being constantly exposed to other people's highlight reels triggers a cycle of negative self-perception, and this gradually chips away at our mental health and self-image. Fortunately, it's possible to break free from this pattern. The key is to create intentional boundaries around your social media usage. One strategy that's made a noticeable difference for me is limiting my Instagram usage to just 30 minutes a day. It might sound small, but this simple habit shift has had a huge impact on my mental health. With less time spent comparing myself to others, I find more mental clarity and, more importantly, more time to focus on what truly matters in my life. My goals, my passions, and my own personal growth. By reducing that endless scroll, I've taken back control of my attention and energy. The result? I feel more present, more productive, and much more at peace with myself. The third way information overload ruins your potential has to do with our mind's background tasks. It's no accident that some of our best ideas come when we're in the shower or sitting quietly alone. There's a reason why inspiration strikes in those moments, and it's not just random chance. Our brains need space, time without distractions, to process and connect information in the background. But in today's world, we often fill every quiet moment with distractions. And that's a problem. When you constantly occupy your mind with things like social media, emails, podcasts, and you name it, you're actually blocking your brain's natural ability to connect the dots and be creative. The fact of the matter is, your subconscious is always working, processing what you've learned, and finding hidden connections. But it needs moments of silent boredom to do this effectively. When you allow yourself to be bored, something remarkable happens. Your subconscious mind starts to take over, processing information and connecting dots that you didn't even know were there. This is why those aha moments hit you when you're away from distractions, like in the shower or when you're taking a walk. Boredom gives your brain the freedom it needs to do its best creative work. Without constant stimulation, your subconscious can quietly piece together ideas leading to those sudden bursts of inspiration. But it's not just boredom that fuels creativity. Single tasking, where you're focused on just one thing at a time, is also essential. Multitasking, on the other hand, overloads your brain, reducing its capacity to think deeply and creatively. By scattering your attention, you prevent your mind from fully engaging with a single idea, which slows down the creative process. To unlock your creativity, start blocking off regular time for focused, active creation. I'm serious. Open up your calendar and literally block some time for creative activity and hold yourself accountable for finishing it. Whether it's journaling, brainstorming, or working on a personal project, give yourself the space to shift from passive consumption to making something meaningful. When you allow your mind room to breathe, you'll start to see ideas and connections come together naturally, and that's where the real magic happens. And the result? A mind that is free to innovate, create, and unlock its full potential.